Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TXHD. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these red and green lines are coming from. But want to get things updated here as the price continued to pull back. Now, there is a lot of perspective that goes into this chart. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there and you were hoping to sell within 7.2 seconds, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty rough. But if you care about the big picture of things, the bulls are still in control because the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And when you build higher bases, that's how those long-term uptrends are built. So I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if it sounds like I'm talking crazy or something, my guess would be, well, you probably had a much different strategy going in and your outlook was not the way that I'm talking about. So again, I'll be talking about from the big picture perspective. And really the easiest way to symbolize that is in regards to this purple line here, which I talked about in yesterday's video. That is our overall trend indicator, the 50-period simple moving average. And even if you have just a surface deep understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 50-period and you know that when the price is above it, assuming you're bullish, you want to see the price stay above it. And so far, so good. In fact, the power of charts, the price pulled all the way back here and is essentially sitting right at that level. And when you stop and think about it, yes, there's no denying that this has been a pretty deep pullback. But even with the deep pullback, let's say the price ultimately hovers around here and then starts to head back up. What would you have from the big picture perspective? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here. Previous set of lows would be down there. So again, big picture perspective, if you picture each of these as stair steps, the stair steps would still be going in the upwards direction. Again, I fully realize if you're a day trader and you bought right there, you could care less about these overall stair steps, but I'm talking about things, from the grand scheme of things. So yeah, the bulls are still in control, and that's why they have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you have higher bases over longer periods of time, that's a long-term uptrend. Now, a couple updates. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that. Sure, it pertains, but from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to have clutter and confusion all over the place. And I'm also going to, this level is based on a foundational, or I should say this update is based on a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So 0065, now a level of resistance. And a shorter term one that seems to have appeared late this afternoon is right up there at 0045. A couple different occasions, the bulls tried to bounce up above there and just couldn't quite do it. So 0045, 0065, two areas of resistance going forward. So the bulls are still in control. It's all about putting in higher bases. So let's see if they can do that or not. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point. And like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.